Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Hi, David.
What's going on?
HTC went till 9:30 last night and they stopped 3 cases before ours.
I'm sorry, say that again?
HTC went until 9:30 last night, started at 4:30, and they stopped 3 cases before ours.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking cases now with COVID. I'm like, okay. But I get
Applications.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. I almost had a panic attack here because this computer, when I logged on this morning, was very unresponsive.
Hmm.
Hi, Sharon.
Good morning. How are
Hi.
you both?
Okay, thanks.
And so I had to restart it, and it was very slow to react and all that. So
It
almost,
knew you had a Zoom meeting.
what's that?
It knew you had a Zoom meeting.
Yeah. Oh, well, I almost called IT, but I don't know what they can do in that quick time.
Morning, Mary.
Good morning.
Mary,
Good morning, Mary.
Here we are. Snow on the Cape today.
I heard that.
kind of snowing out there a little bit in between the raindrops.
It's kind of sleety a little bit. Too short.
Okay. Hey, Peter.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning, Peter.
About these Zoom meetings is you don't have to worry about the rain or snow trying to get into wherever you're going.
Worrying about getting extra coffee in the kitchen.
Josh,
I'm worrying about keeping myself out of the kitchen.
Morning.
Josh,
Hey,
Morning, Josh.
morning.
A bunch of naughty cats running around here.
Those are your executive assistants, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, this is my educator.
Oh, I see. The trainer. That's what's known as the strong immediate motivator.
Yes, I just have to shake it now and they run.
Sharon,
Morning, Karen.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Carmen.
Hey, Carmen.
Hey,
Carmen,
Carmen.
Hi.
Just waiting on Marina, I think.
Yes, she should be on any minute.
we're missing
There.
Oh,
there.
there. Yep.
That's it.
Okay. What do you think, Janet? Should I begin?
I think we could start. Yeah, it's 8:01. You want to wait one more minute? Who's that coming in?
Here we go. Hey,
Marina's here.
Marina.
You've got a quorum, so I think you could start. Yeah.
Okay.
Marina.
I'll start with the script. Do I need to call to order first? I always forget the order.
Yeah, probably.
Motion to call to order the Visitor Service Advisory Council meeting for December 2020. Motion.
Mary made a move.
All right. Second. All right. We're called to order. As a preliminary matter, this Visitor Services Advisory Council meeting, I'm Chairperson Josh Gray. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present, can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Karen McCumber. Oh, I know she's here somewhere. Mary Malaves.
Peter, sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Here.
Peter Morrison,
Here.
Sharon Quigley,
Here.
Thayer Hale,
Not with us yet.
and David Sharp,
Here.
Janet Schulte.
Here.
All right. And want to welcome our guests from the Nantucket Chamber of Commerce, Carmen and Marina. And just have to go through the script. Good morning. This open meeting of the Visitor Service Advisory Council is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12th, 2020, due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of COVID-19 virus. In order to mitigate the transmission of the Janet, would you read this for me? I'm having like a dry throat this morning.
I don't have it in front of me,
Oh,
Um,
okay, sorry.
but I would say that we probably all know what it is and that we have to speak clearly and all of that stuff. So why
Sorry.
don't we go on to approve the minutes?
Okay. Motion to approve the minutes from November 2020.
So made.
I have one correction. I know
sure.
it's silly, but Judy Hill spells her name Judi, not Y, in case you
Oh,
want to
okay.
be totally correct.
Perfect. All right. Motion to approve with the correction.
So moved.
Second.
All right. All right. So passed. Give me.
I think you need to do a roll call on that.
Oh, we have to do a roll call. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. Motion to pass November minutes. Roll call. Sharon,
Approve.
Mary,
Approved.
Peter,
Approved.
Karen.
Yes.
All right. Passed. All right.
Sarah's on, but she's having some trouble hearing us, so I'm telling her to go out and come
okay.
back in.
All right. Well, once again, welcome to you both from the chamber. I think we just wanted to hear about your expectations for December for the business community. Obviously, I think we all recognize last weekend was pretty quiet compared to what we thought was coming and what we had been seeing over Thanksgiving and prior. So I'd love to hear from you guys, you know, what's going on over there and what your thoughts are on the upcoming weeks before the end of the year.
Marina, do you want to go first or do you want me to?
Doesn't matter.
I'll go. So yes, the weekend before Thanksgiving was super busy. Last weekend was a little slower, but we are seeing like a steady purchase of red tickets from businesses. So that's kind of a positive note on our end. We had at least 3 or 4 businesses purchase more red tickets yesterday. So people are buying. And I know that I've done a lot of Christmas shopping locally and talked with several locals or been around town, and businesses are staying somewhat steady. So it's nice to see that, the Shop Local initiative is, still going around throughout this month.
Also, I've noticed a lot of online shopping for local, whether it's even just people messaging or calling if they don't have an online shop because they know what they're looking for. We created a web page that is just different merchants and then our shop Santa's Village, and that has seen in the last week it's seen over 600 views.
Wow.
So that's been great. People just looking at where to shop.
Awesome. Yeah, I've heard that too, like just from friends that own retail shops, that until this year they had no really online sales presence, and now it's fairly significant.
Yeah, on social media too, a lot of people have been commenting saying that they're shopping local in Nantucket online, and then they can't wait to come next year too.
Now, is that like an initiative that you guys have been really pushing, just the shop local during, I mean, overall, but during the holidays especially?
Yeah, especially because so many people want to travel here and they usually do a lot of their Christmas shopping like during stroll and stuff. So rather than telling them to come like during the expanded time of in Nantucket Noel, or if you can't, just make sure you shop Nantucket still, even though you're not here.
Right. Is a portion of business owners that maybe not are as quite as tech savvy, are they having troubles, frustrations? Maybe they're not reaching that online audience, or are you hearing that at all?
There's definitely certain people, businesses that are having some trouble with the technology portion of it. But even we've been pushing that people can email or call or things like that. Especially we get a lot of phone calls all year long about, I'm looking for this specific thing and I don't remember the store. Can you help me find it?
Right.
So
And I
those
know
during
one of-
holidays too.
Yeah, one of our largest businesses that gets a lot of emails to the chamber is Friedman's, and he gets a lot of traffic through us. Like they call or email him through the chamber website. So even though he doesn't have a lot of online presence,
So he does phone orders.
phone, email, yes.
How does he show them what like things look like? His products. It's just
I know a lot of people
good old days. Hey there.
past like coming by and they kind of know what they're looking for. I know he does also like for email anyway, he'll send photos.
Okay. Gotcha.
Could I ask you a question? Somebody mentioned doing it through the chamber website. Does that mean that if I'm out there saying I got a whole list of things I want to buy people, presents for people, and I go to the chamber and the chamber can somehow function as a de facto platform that can say, we can connect you with the merchant can make the sale, and we can at least offer some information about how to consummate it without anybody having to go anywhere? I mean, is that some functional equivalent that you're adding to merchants who don't yet have the online presence?
To a point, our website allows you to contact people through it. So if they don't have an email or phone number, you can make a direct contact through our website. Also, any emails, or you can send us a message, if like letting us know what you're looking for, and then our visitor service portion will send back, call people back, and kind of help them to the best of their ability.
I get you. I just want, it seems to me that if there's this, sort of budding merchandising that is finding its way through the website, some kind of a notice that you might make saying, by the way, when you contact this tiny vendor, it's possible to get anything you want FedEx, just some information saying, ask them to do X in order to get it to you if they make, if you want to buy it directly. Because I suspect there's an enormous universe out there that would do it, if it was just a seamless kind of process. And it might be just a couple of pointers on your website saying you can do this in case you didn't know it.
There.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hi, sorry. We did a Instagram live the other night at the shop. That was awesome. It's a lot of work, but it was great. It would be amazing. I don't know if you guys do have like a virtual calendar. I know that you have your calendar, but do you have a calendar of virtual events specifically?
So our calendar is any event. So any member that wants to put like their virtual event, they just note that it's virtual.
Right. Okay. I'm just wondering if maybe for people who are not here during the holidays, if they wouldn't necessarily, check the chamber or chamber events calendar, but if there was a way to advertise that these are virtual specifically, I don't know, it might be kind of cool.
Yeah, and I mean, any member as well can we can push out anything that they're hosting, events, virtual events, sales, all that stuff.
Yes, and as long as like in all social media, you can tag the chamber and we will reshare it and put it out there for you as well.
Oh, okay. I don't know if Lindsay knows that. That's great. Thank you.
Don't you have on your website or somewhere I saw a shop local button that people can go in and find merchandise from members?
So that's our market space. We've actually seen it be pretty successful. So what it is that members can go in or they can email to us and they can upload products or gift cards or things like that. And then we promote it and put it out there. But we don't sell it. We just connect the two. So like we have a lot of people put gift cards. We have like stuff from Something Natural merchandise. Some people put like just the things that sell the most in store to see if they'll sell better online. And we just make that connection for people.
Which is similar to what Peter was talking about, that it's the portal to get to some of these retail establishments because of the button you already have. So that's a good thing.
Exactly. I mean, I'm just saying this is, there's an enormous universe out there that has got a problem. And if you figure out a way to solve it for 2% of them, you may double the perceived business on the island. And you're providing the way it sounds to me is you're providing a virtual showcase for merchandise from a variety of places and indicating that, if you want that, you just click here and it'll take you to them and they'll sell it to you. That's a huge plus.
It's a huge member benefit.
A huge member benefit, right.
And that was a topic that came up in the initial survey that we did last spring, that businesses needed an online presence, and the chamber responded. They'd already had something up, but this is really an awesome response to that, to get more businesses online.
Great.
Well, and I'll just add that we did actually explore at one point, even going the whole kind of full circuit of doing a full e-commerce kind of center for all merchants here on the island. At one point, it's just such a massive undertaking. And we found that an awful lot of the folks that do sell through their own websites really just want people directed to their website. So I think the solution that we have in place now seems to be kind of the best of all worlds for people.
Are we going to see a bunch of like the traditional sale period that we normally see from retailers? Or, I mean, probably people got some inventory for last weekend, didn't sell, things like that. So
on that, going through businesses the last 2 weekends, I've kind of walked around town and shopped. People are doing sales. They're kind of normal sales, some a little bit more than usual. But talking to a few shop owners, the stroll stuff that they had purchased for Stroll was already like selling or almost sold out. So people bought it just for like the commemorative item, but I've heard good things about it. I haven't really heard a negative feedback on it.
Oh, good.
Now, here's one more idea to take away for the future. Some percentage of people are going to participate in this new way of shopping because they couldn't come to Nantucket. And they're going to have an experience that if they find it extremely satisfying, they're going to go home, and next year, some subset of them, those who don't come back to Nantucket in the future will have the kernel of how they do their Christmas shopping in future years. So you may build up gradually over years with this kind of approach a very large population of consumers who do their Christmas shopping online at Nantucket, having learned how to do it in this sorry year. There's a legacy effect is what I'm saying. That could be huge. This is
What do you
all,
guys foresee for Daffodil? Are you working on some sort of hybrid or a alternative event or?
Yes, so right now, discussed with the events committee last week, we are putting, sorry if y'all can hear that, my son is home. Our team is going to put together a module of several different options we can do for Daffodil, just to know what state or level we are in at that moment, to kind of move forward with something.
Great. Anyone else have any questions?
I'm curious about how your other programming is going. Have you had visits with Santa going on, and how the tree lighting was, and what you're anticipating for red tickets?
Yeah, so visits with Santa have been a lot of fun. Marina actually did it on Saturday. We went through 51 kids. I think he's done a total of 75 so far. And our Zooms with Santa are almost full for next weekend. We even added an extra hour on Sunday. So those are going really well. I'm getting positive feedback from parents. We're sending them a picture of their child or children with Santa, and they really seem to enjoy that. So that's been a really positive note. The tree lighting so far, I've heard it's great, besides when the wind took the lights out on the big tree. But other than that, it's been going really well.
Also a note with the Zooming with Santa, it's been great to see, because we've had, even just on that Saturday, we had people from over 6 different states that did it. It's not just people who are here.
Yeah.
I just wanted to comment, the tree this year and the trees lining at least Maine are 1,000 times better. They look great. And the DPW did a great job, but the trees themselves are awesome.
Thanks.
Because usually they're pretty wonky.
Yes.
When they finally got here, right?
Yeah.
Did they send them to the vineyard by mistake or something? Is that what
Oh
happened?
yes, that happened. They were about a week late. The truck broke down, and then they got on a boat to the vineyard somehow. So that was fun.
All right. Well, if nobody else has any questions, I want to thank you guys for joining us and sharing that information. It's really helpful.
Yeah. Let us know if you
All
need
right.
anything else.
Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thank you, ladies. Bye.
Janet, your report?
Sure. Things are moving right along. We're working on that historic walking tour brochure that with the chamber, and we're in the 3rd draft of it now. And I think we're going to have it ready for production and really in the new year. We gave away a lot of those this year to the point where we had to end up Xeroxing or photocopying them to give to people. So we
wow.
decided to reprint it. And it's been a great collaborative effort together. The WPI project will be presented this afternoon at 2 o'clock. There's a Zoom for that. And we've done one, I've been working with Greg Tibden on one about Nantucket's customs and how they're eroding, and particularly during the time of COVID, things like more signage tacked up and artwork in the public area when there's no public art policy and things like that. So their paper is provocative, and I think it'll be an interesting presentation. That group is on at 2:10 today. They're the first ones to go. I have joined a regional economic development professionals group with the Cape and Islands. Attended a meeting last month. It was really good. And David and I got an idea to create a sort of winter scavenger hunt called a picture pursuit. So we're talking about how we can do that, where people take a selfie of themselves, send it in, hashtag Nantucket, so it shows up on our screens, and then we'll pick a winner each week. Although we might talk with the chamber about some idea for that for Daffodil too, that could get businesses involved in a sponsorship. Well, I've got a new work group for the Nantucket Cultural District. We start our first meeting will be next week, which will be sort of an introductory one. It's kind of folks, it's not at the executive director level. I went a little deeper into organizations to find people who really wanted to get some experience in this kind of breadth of exposure, and I'm looking forward to working with them because next year is our redesignation period as a cultural district. So that's taking up a lot of my time right now. And we've just been working with the chamber, talking about between the walking brochure and the revisiting the guidebook and those kinds of activities, trying to strengthen that connection again. So
I'm guessing the walking brochure is doing extra well just because of the times. People don't have.
Yeah, there weren't any
alternative.
van tours this year. I mean, the Nantucket Island tour started up late July, I guess, but they're at half capacity. So people were looking for anything to do in that tour. And it's actually, I had never read it before. I mean, it's been around for almost a decade, and it's like having proofread it now 3 times. It's like, wow, I'm gonna go take this walk and look at this stuff.
Nice. And what was the presentation today from WPI?
It's their project on, for the one they're doing for me is on Nantucket culture and customs, and how they're eroding. or
Is it
they
on
have been.
NCTV or something, or the?
I'll have to get into the office and find that
Oh, okay.
email.
I can jump in here if you want, Janet. For
that'd be
anybody
great.
who wants to see these presentations, there are 4 of them, and they're definitely worth watching at your leisure. They're going to be broadcast live this afternoon, but they're going to be rebroadcast repeatedly by NCTV 18 in the next few days. So if you go to NCTV as your portal and type in, look for WPI live or rebroadcast, you can check them out sometime when you got, an hour or 2 that you can sit down and watch them. It's definitely worth knowing of the studies that they've done this year. And also for your information, there is I can't remember exactly how you get to it, but there is a complete archive of all the studies they've done here over the last 10 years. There's a huge amount of research.
Oh, great. Anybody else have any questions for Jan? All right, David.
Hey, everybody got the November statistics. We had a very quiet month compared to last year. One thing I wanted to point out is that the restaurant list downloads still going strong compared to other downloads. And they had 5,716 downloads for the month of November. And I included the chart on that because I thought it was kind of interesting that with Thanksgiving coming up, there was a separate restaurant list for Thanksgiving. And I didn't include that chart in here, but for there was several different peaks of downloads. On November 6th, there were 239 downloads of what was open for Thanksgiving. Then another peak of 214 on November 20th. And then on Thanksgiving Day, there was only 30. So I think everybody got their info and, early on and prepared. But as you can see, we have a couple, peaks off and on, usually from right before the weekend, people are coming or something, or just want to find out what's open so they can kind of go out and eat. The other thing is, Jan and I are still holding down the office Monday through Friday. And we were actually closed over Stroll Weekend, the first time I've remembered that it's been closed, and it was kind of a quiet Friday for us as well. And then we're just kind of moving on to the Christmas, New Year's holiday and see how that goes. And I don't have any other things to add at this point. So,
Great.
Any questions? Let me
Thank you.
know.
Any questions for David?
Wondering what the schedule is now that shops like on Main Street are not allowing people to use their restrooms like we might normally have had. What is the schedule for the public restrooms? And do you have like information on that? It's kind of gross, but
They're open 7 days a week from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m.
oh, well, okay, still. Okay, great. Thank you.
I should mention that Amy Baxter, the licensing administrator, is calling a meeting next week with Melissa and myself and some restaurant owners to start talking about summer 2021. And
Okay.
what we might want to be, different scenarios we want to be planning for in terms of outdoor dining and what worked and what didn't work and that kind of.
Probably a lot of talk about street dining and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, can't wait to hear about that.
Yeah.
Anyone else have anything?
Do we want to meet next month? Is everybody going to be around? Like, we don't have to be here, but
I'm not sure if I'll be around. I'll probably be around the first half of the month, but I might leave for the second half.
Regular time for that is January 12th.
Should we just let everybody know, Janet?
yeah,
And maybe poll everyone?
and see who we might want to have come talk with us.
Right, for sure. Okay. Motion to adjourn the December 2020 meeting of the Visitor Services Advisory Council.
So moved.
All right, second.
Second.
All right, we are adjourned, and David and Janet will be in touch.
Okay.
All right.
Happy
Have a
holidays.
great holiday, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Stay safe. Everyone stay safe
Thanks,
Thank
you
you.
too.
and home.
Bye.